Now let's dive deep into this big LGBTQ story for today. I'm Cindy Brown, and let's queer up the USA view. Trans flag creator Monica Helms plans to flee the U.S. amid rising persecution. Monica Helms, the Navy veteran who created the transgender pride flag, says she's preparing to leave the United States with her wife, Darlene Wagner, because of intensifying anti-LGBTQ laws and threats. The couple, who live in Georgia, launched a GoFundMe earlier this year to fund their move abroad. Helms told the Bay Area Reporter, quote, "We are worried there's a possibility something could happen where we end up getting arrested just for being who we are," end quote. Georgia has also been labeled a high-risk state for transgender people by Erin in the Morning's latest assessment. Since 2023, lawmakers there have introduced nearly 36 anti-trans bills, 4 of which passed, including bans on gender-affirming care for minors and restrictions on trans girls in school sports. Helms is far from alone. A May poll from the Williams Institute found nearly half of trans adults have considered relocating either to another state or another country. NBC has documented families fleeing to places like Australia and New Zealand, while earlier this year, a 22-year-old trans woman from Arizona filed for asylum in Canada. Despite leaving, Helms says her fight will continue. She wrote on GoFundMe, quote, "We will not abandon our activism," end quote. Her iconic pink, white, and blue flag, designed in 1999, remains free for all to use. She says, quote, "No matter how you fly it, it's always correct," which signifies finding correctness in our own lives, end quote. You know, I have seen a lot of people who are planning to or have already left the United States. I know a number of people who are in Portugal now. I think Portugal is a hot spot for folks to go. And I know a lot of people, even given the situation there, have gone back to Israel or gone to Israel to move. And, you know, I have kind of mixed feelings about it, although I do walk around the world with privilege. So I can do that. I mean, even though I'm a lesbian, I'm a white woman. People think I'm a white man sometimes. But people are literally in fear for their lives, literally in fear for their lives and their children's lives. And there are some places in the United States that it just, and I hate to say this, it is not safe for us.
No.
There are places in this country that we as a community are not safe.
Right. I'm a hillbilly. I'm originally from Arkansas, and I always, of course, I went to graduate school in New York, and I spent 20 years so far in Florida, but I always assumed at the end, I'd end up where I started, in the mountains somewhere, and I don't know that that's a good plan anymore, you know? Tennessee, Arkansas, any of those places. I can't, so, the cost of living is, so great or whatever, but I don't know that it's a smart
plan.
What
you pay for.
Right? I don't know that it's beautiful and it's affordable, but if it's not safe, who cares? So these are real concerns. And I thought, LGBTQ, we were all sort of in the same boat, but really trans is even more at risk lately.
Absolutely.
They're completely just targeted.
Trans women especially.
You should be able to live your life. If nothing else, you should be able to live your life without being afraid that your government's coming for you. Of course, these other people, these other fools, but surely the governor, I'm a citizen, I pay taxes, surely I'm safe from my own government. Not right now. Not right now. And so for those who, basically fight or flight is the option. I try to respect either option that you take. Right now, I'm still in the fighting mode. Eventually, I may be in the flight mode. Whatever you have to do to feel okay. But if you are in flight mode, I do just want to let people know there are several countries that are LGBTQ friendly that offer retirement visas. And so, because visa is a big issue. Right. So if you're over 60 or whatever and you're thinking, I need to get out, there are several countries that and Colombia is one of them.
Yep, after the show.
Right. All you have to do is you can apply for a retirement visa. And so I don't think the U.S. offers retirement visas, but other countries do, some of them LGBTQ friendly. So I'm going to stay and fight for a while. But if you want to be an expatriate, there really are options, even if you're, retirement age.
I think the part of, they're citizens and paying taxes and have the right to be here. She was a Navy veteran. She literally served her country.
Yes.
A veteran.
Defending the country that won't defend her.
Defending the country that won't defend her. And, she made the comment about, getting arrested for being who she is. Back in the day, I remember when it was just black folks who were like driving while black. Now it's driving while black, brown, Asian, trans, gay, lesbian, like name it. Like profiling is real. And I can walk around and be a Hispanic. I could be a Middle Eastern. I can be Egyptian.
Exactly.
I can
be a lot of things.
I can be a lot of things. I'm just not white. I am a target.
Right.
Exactly.
I am a target anywhere I go.
And the Supreme Court just said that's okay.
That's okay.
Who would have thought that the courts would ever have, but yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
If you're going to flee safely.
Right.
We'll be here when you get back.
Exactly.
Maybe. We may join you.
Right.
And that's a big and super important LGBTQ story for today. There is no other queer nonprofit media platform like this in the entire world. Support our LGBTQ stories by subscribing to and sharing Queer News Tonight.